Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. This is not a random video on your screen. This is a deliberate interception. Heaven has literally frozen your timeline to deliver this urgent message. You are seeing this because the ones who took from you are currently panicking in secret. The scales of justice are tipping violently in your direction right now. Do not swipe away. If you leave now, you will miss the exact moment your vindication is signed. The universe has grown tired of their arrogance. They thought they could drain your light and walk away without facing any consequences. But an ancient spiritual law has just been activated on your behalf. They are beginning to lose the very things they stole from your pure energy. Take one deep breath and listen closely. Do you feel that sudden stillness in the air? That is the sound of divine justice moving quietly into position. There is a specific reason why you have felt so drained lately. Someone from your past thought they buried you, but they did not realize you were a weapon of light, waiting for the perfect storm. You gave them your heart. You offered them your endless patience, and they repaid you with silence and cruel manipulation. They took your kindness for weakness and assumed you would just quietly accept the disrespect. But the divine realm has been keeping a strict record of every single tear you shed in secret. And the time for the harvest is finally here. Everything is shifting. The tables are turning so fast it is making the spiritual realm tremble. The people who plotted against you are watching their own foundations crumble. They cannot sleep at night. A heavy sense of dread has settled over them because their intuition knows what is coming. They know they messed with the absolute wrong soul. But there is a hidden mechanism behind all this. There is a secret reason why heaven delayed your justice until this exact moment in your life. If you close this video too soon, you will step into the spiritual battlefield completely blind. You need to understand exactly what is happening behind the veil, and you must know how to catch the blessing that is falling from their hands into yours. Do not turn your back on this revelation. The algorithm did not bring you here. Archangels guided your hand to this specific frequency. Leaving now means you reject the ultimate shield that is being offered to you. You survived the brutal winter of betrayal. Now you must stay to claim the crown of your spring. Listen to every single word. They painted you as the villain to hide their own guilt. They spun elaborate stories to make themselves look like the innocent victim. And for a long time, it seemed like everyone actually believed their toxic lies, leaving you entirely isolated in a world that refused to see your profound inner truth. You sat in the darkness and wondered if divine justice even existed. You asked the universe why the wicked prospered, but divine timing is always perfect. The universe allowed them to climb high, only so their fall would be absolute. The illusion they built is shattering right before their panicked eyes. The people they lied to are starting to clearly see the real truth. The mask is slipping fast, and the panic setting into their chest is the exact measure of the pain they caused you. You are a powerful master of reality. You are not a helpless victim in this unfolding story. The pain was just a rigorous training ground to prepare your spirit for this exact upgrade. They were merely loud tools used to sharpen your intuition and build your indestructible boundaries. Now, their entire purpose in your life is completely finished. The toxic cord is cut. Something massive is being prepared for you in their presence. A table is being set while your enemies watch in absolute stunned silence. But there is a crucial trap you must avoid right before the breakthrough arrives. Many chosen ones fail at this final test because they let their old empathy blind them again. I am here to warn you so you do not fall into their trap. If you look away now, you might answer the phone when they try to crawl back. You might fall for the counterfeit apology they are preparing right now. Heaven is literally screaming at you to stay awake. The justice you begged for is moving toward you like an unstoppable freight train. You must anchor yourself to this message to understand how to handle the sudden shift. Notice how your physical body feels right now. Notice the slight tension finally leaving your tired shoulders. That is your resilient soul recognizing the absolute truth in this powerful transmission. You are finally being seen. Your silent suffering is finally being answered by the highest courts of the universe. The delay is over. The long season of waiting has ended. Stay with me until the very last second. I am going to reveal the exact physical sign the universe will send you when their karma hits. You will know exactly what to look for in the next 24 hours. Prepare your spirit. Open your mind wide. The absolute vindication of the chosen one begins right now. Do not miss your divine window of opportunity. Before we go any deeper, take a slow breath. Let the heavy tension in your neck melt away. You carried the weight of the world for so long, and there is a profound hidden truth behind those lonely, sleepless nights that you urgently need to hear and understand today. The sudden waking up at 3 in the morning was not random anxiety. Your spirit actively detected a massive shift in your environment. You felt a strange tightness inside your chest. You simply ignored all the early warning signs. Your beautiful heart always wanted to see the best in them. You poured your golden energy into endless empty cups, and you ended up feeling completely drained of your precious life force, while they walked away, energized and entirely full. They took your purest intentions and twisted them. You were the ultimate empath with boundaries that were too soft. You gave them a safe harbor to heal their dark wounds. But instead of showing any real gratitude for your endless sacrifice, they actively and maliciously tried to sink your entire ship. They stripped you of your peace and made you question your sanity. I need you to understand one crucial reality today. None of this heavy burden was ever your fault. You did not attract this pain because you were weak. You attracted these toxic forces because your light was absolutely blinding. They saw a rare spiritual wealth inside your soul that they could never achieve themselves, so they tried to systematically dismantle your bright spirit. If you feel this profound resonance, pause for a moment. Tap the like button as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to you. Let this physical action anchor your spirit to this healing space. You are finally claiming your absolute power back today by acknowledging the deeply unfair truth of your incredibly painful past. You are no longer hiding in the dark shadows. Think about the endless times you apologized blindly. You swallowed your voice to keep a fragile peace. You compromised your core values to save a dead relationship. And when the dark storm finally hit your shores, they abandoned you in the freezing rain without a single backward glance. You became the one who survived the storm, completely alone. It truly hurts to remember how quickly they replaced you. It cuts deep to see them wearing a fake mask. You spent long months crying alone in the total dark. You wondered why your endless devotion was rewarded with bitter cruelty. The sense of profound injustice felt like a physical knife in your back, leaving you bleeding while they celebrated their false victories. But hear my words very clearly right now. Heaven watched every single moment of that brutal betrayal. The universe recorded every lie they told about you. They thought your gentle nature meant you were a helpless victim. They severely miscalculated the divine protection that surrounds a true chosen one, and they are about to pay a massive price. Your silence was never a sign of your defeat. Your sudden isolation was not a terrible curse. It was a mandatory divine quarantine to protect your soul. God had to forcefully remove them from your precious timeline. They were secretly plotting your total spiritual downfall behind your back. They smiled warmly in your face while hiding a sharp dagger, making the sudden separation a violent but necessary divine rescue mission. Stop blaming your beautiful heart for trusting them. Your capacity to love deeply is your ultimate superpower. You survived their emotional abuse without turning cold and bitter. You kept your pure empathy intact while the fire burned. That makes you a beautiful and rare anomaly in this shallow matrix, proving that their darkness could never extinguish your divine light. Let the soothing energy of validation wash over you. You are surrounded by the frequency of absolute truth. No one is gaslighting your reality in this safe space. Even when everyone else eagerly bought their charming lies, your gut instinct always knew they were wearing a very dark disguise. Your sharp intuition was perfectly right from the very beginning. The miserable sleepless nights are going to end soon. The heavy fog of confusion is completely evaporating now. You are stepping out of the dense vibration of victimhood. But as you begin to heal your deep wounds today, something absolutely terrifying is happening on their side of the spiritual fence. The energy they stole is turning to toxic ash. They thought they could run away with your light, but the universe operates on a strict law of balance. What is taken by force must be returned with interest. You are about to witness the spectacular collapse of their false reality. And the divine mechanism behind their ultimate downfall will leave you absolutely speechless when you finally see it unfold. Let us go back to those painful moments of absolute despair. You spent countless hours blaming your own heart. You thought you were fundamentally flawed. You truly believed that losing them meant you were simply not good enough. But the universe was actually working overtime behind the scenes, frantically breaking the toxic bonds that you stubbornly refused to let go of. The sudden loss felt like a brutal punishment. Every rejection felt like a heavy physical blow to your chest. You begged the universe to bring them back. You prayed for reconciliation. But the highest divine realm firmly said no to your tearful prayers. They could not allow you to remain connected to a dangerous anchor that was actively sinking your beautiful ship. Listen carefully to this profound truth today. Your heartbreaking season of severe loneliness was never a curse. It was a highly calculated and necessary divine isolation. You felt completely abandoned by the entire world. You walked through the dark valley alone. But heaven deliberately isolated you because your rising spiritual frequency was attracting very dangerous energetic parasites. Those toxic people were heavily draining your vital life force. If they had stayed in your environment, they would have completely destroyed the sacred timeline that heaven carefully prepared for you. The universe violently slammed those doors shut to save your destiny. The painful separation was never a sign of your weakness. It was the ultimate proof of your massive spiritual importance. Stop looking at your past with deep regret. Stop wondering what you could have done differently. You did absolutely nothing wrong. Your pure energy was simply too intimidating for their low vibration. They ran away from you because they quickly realized they could never manipulate a master of reality who was slowly waking up to their immense hidden power. This brings us to the hidden truth about your sleepless nights. You remember waking up at 3 in the morning with a racing heart. You felt an overwhelming sense of invisible dread. You thought your mind was finally breaking down. But that was exactly the moment your spirit was actively fighting off their dark, energetic cords while your physical body rested. You are officially cleared of all false guilt today. The universe is handing you a complete absolution right now. Drop the heavy burden of their terrible choices. Drop the false narratives they aggressively projected onto you. Your only mistake was trusting a hungry demon dressed carefully in a bright angel costume. You are completely innocent in this divine court. A chosen one must always experience the harsh wilderness. The barren desert is designed to prepare you for the ultimate crown. You had to learn how to stand entirely alone. You had to find your inner light without anyone validating your existence. And because you survived that brutal isolation, your hands are now completely ready to receive the absolute best. Look at your incredibly beautiful spirit right now. The violent storm stripped every fake thing away from your environment. You are standing on entirely solid ground today. The false friends are permanently gone. The toxic partners are completely removed from your energy field. You are now a heavily fortified fortress of pure, blinding light and unshakable truth. They tried to bury you in the cold dirt. They thought the heavy isolation would permanently crush your gentle spirit. They wanted you to slowly wither away in the dark. But they foolishly forgot that you are a resilient seed planted by the divine. The heavy darkness only forced you to sprout into a powerful spiritual tree. Every tear you shed watered the roots of your new reality. Every moment of painful silence built your impenetrable boundaries. You are no longer the empath who begged to be understood by blind people. You are the one who survived the storm, completely alone. You wear your profound scars like beautiful medals of honor on your spiritual chest. Take a deep breath and let this ultimate relief sink in. You do not have to carry their heavy shame anymore. The toxic spell is completely broken. The painful memories are losing their sharp edges today. Heaven has safely hidden you in the shadow of its massive wings, while the dangerous chaos unfolded outside. You are deeply loved and fiercely protected. But the story does not end with your quiet healing. Your divine isolation served a powerful dual purpose. It protected you from the upcoming destruction, but it also trapped your enemies in their own toxic web. They are currently wandering in the dark without your guiding light. They are slowly suffocating in the dense energy they created for themselves. You are safe inside the divine fortress now. The heavy gates are locked tightly behind you. No parasitic energy can ever reach you here. But as you finally find your profound peace, a massive spiritual storm is actively gathering right above their heads. The universe has officially finished protecting you and is now preparing to fiercely avenge you. Listen carefully to what I am about to say next. Something invisible has dramatically shifted in the spiritual atmosphere. The people who plotted your downfall are suddenly feeling lost. They assumed your silence meant you were completely broken. They thought your distance was a temporary phase of sadness, but your energy evolved into something deeply terrifying. You are a powerful master. These toxic manipulators operate purely on the stolen light of highly empathetic souls like yours. When you finally close that heavy door, you instantly cut off their primary energetic food supply. Now they are starving in the cold dark. They check on you looking for signs of deep misery, because they desperately need proof that you simply cannot survive without their toxic presence. But what do they find instead? They find a chilling and absolute silence. Your complete lack of reaction is currently driving them insane. You did not send angry messages. You did not beg for their cheap closure. You simply walked away and took all your vibrant energy with you, leaving them entirely alone with the ugly demons they actively refuse to heal. Your silence is a massive weapon. The narcissist builds a false kingdom on a very shaky foundation of lies. Your pure presence used to stabilize their chaotic inner world. Without your blinding light to hide behind, their dark mask is rapidly slipping. People are starting to notice their bitter attitude. The universe is violently pulling back the heavy curtain to expose their true face to everyone they once successfully fooled. They know exactly what they did to you behind closed doors. They remember every cruel word and every calculated betrayal they aimed at your heart. Because they know their own dark guilt, they live in constant fear of the divine justice that is rapidly approaching. Every minor inconvenience in their life feels like a loud warning bell. They are looking over their shoulder in pure dread. They used to hold all the perceived power in your past connection. You were the empath with boundaries that they constantly disrespected. But the divine scales have flipped completely upside down. You reclaimed your throne while they played foolish games. Your energy demands ultimate respect without a single word spoken, and their nervous system simply cannot handle this massive spiritual shift. The divine realm is isolating them the exact same way they tried to isolate you. But their isolation is entirely different from your healing retreat. Your divine isolation brought profound peace and absolute clarity. Their isolation is a terrifying prison built by their own toxic hands, and they are slowly suffocating in the heavy atmosphere of their unhealed trauma and endless lies. They finally realize they messed with a powerful chosen one. The spiritual protection surrounding you is now visible to their naked eye. Every time they try to send negative energy your way, it simply hits an invisible shield and bounces right back to strike them 10 times harder. They are literally destroying their own lives by obsessing over your beautiful rising star. You are witnessing the absolute vindication of your pure heart. The universe is fighting your battles while you sit completely still. Do you feel this alignment vibrating in your spirit right now? The heavy chains of the past are melting away. Type Amen down in the comments to claim this alignment, and let this simple action lock out their desperate negative energy forever. Do not feel sorry for their sudden downfall. Your old empathy might try to trick you into throwing them a lifeline. You must resist that dangerous urge with all your strength. The universe is punishing them to teach a cosmic lesson, and if you interfere with divine justice, you will only pull their heavy karma onto your own clean shoulders. You must let them fall completely on their own. You are destined for a timeline filled with effortless abundance and true love. They are destined to repeat their miserable cycles until their soul finally breaks. You are no longer an energetic match for their low frequency of drama. Your aura has expanded into a brilliant golden shield, and the mere thought of your name makes their dark spirit tremble in profound fear. They try to talk bad about you to anyone who will listen. They spin wild stories to paint you as the villain, but their toxic words carry absolutely no weight anymore. People can easily hear the desperate panic hiding behind their fake victim narrative, because the divine truth always speaks much louder than their lies. You have already won the silent war without lifting a single finger. This is the ultimate revenge of the chosen one. It requires no anger and no physical confrontation. Your pure joy is the deadliest weapon against their dark manipulation. They are forced to watch you ascend to the highest peaks from the bottom of their ditch. The toxic game is entirely over, and the universe is firmly holding your hand as you finally cross the finish line. Take a deep breath and center your spirit. The chaotic storm is officially clearing from your sky. The universe is not just breaking down your enemies. Heaven is actively preparing a massive transfer of energy straight into your hands. You have been waiting for a very long time, and the definitive signs of your ultimate victory are beginning to manifest rapidly all around you right now. Have you noticed how light you feel when you wake up lately? The heavy burden of their toxic energy is completely gone from your chest. You no longer feel that sudden draining sensation in the middle of the day. This physical lightness is the first undeniable sign that the spiritual scales are tipping. The universe is literally removing their heavy attachments from your aura. Another major sign is the sudden collapse of their plans. You might hear through mutual friends that everything they touch is suddenly turning to dust. Their new relationships are chaotic. Their finances are suddenly unstable. This is not just a run of bad luck for them. It is the direct consequence of taking pure light from a divine chosen one without permission. The universe operates on a strict principle of energetic balance. When someone steals your joy, heaven marks it as a spiritual debt. And right now, the divine collectors have arrived at their door to reclaim every single thing they took from you. Their fake happiness is being aggressively stripped away to repay the massive debt they owe to your resilient soul. You are a weapon of light. You are starting to experience strange synchronicities every single day. You see repeating numbers like 111 or 777 everywhere you look. These numbers are not mere coincidences. They are direct messages from your spiritual guides, confirming that your vindication is successfully underway. The divine realm is literally winking at you to keep your faith strong. At the same time, massive, unexpected blessings are slowly starting to appear in your reality. Doors that were firmly locked for years are suddenly opening wide without any effort on your part. People are stepping into your life, offering genuine support and profound kindness. The universe is heavily compensating you for the brutal isolation you patiently endured during the dark winter. But the most powerful sign of all is your own inner stillness. In the past, the mere mention of their name would send your heart racing with intense anxiety. Now, you hear their name and you feel absolutely nothing. You observe their chaotic downfall with complete detachment. This profound neutrality is the ultimate proof that you are now a powerful master of reality. Your complete lack of reaction is the highest form of spiritual dominance. They used to control your emotions like a puppet master pulling invisible strings. But the divine realm completely cut those strings, and you finally stepped off their toxic stage. Your energy is now entirely focused on building your beautiful new kingdom instead of fighting their endless, dirty wars. But wait. Before you celebrate your ultimate victory, I must address something absolutely critical. There is a deadly trap waiting for you right before the final breakthrough. The dark forces are panicking deeply because they are losing their strong grip on your soul. They are going to attempt one final desperate move to drag you back into their low vibration before your blessing arrives. They will try to trick you into feeling sorry for their miserable downfall. The universe is currently breaking them down, and their false cries for help might reach your ears. The dark realm knows your beautiful empathy is your only vulnerability. They will attempt to weaponize your kind heart against you by sending a counterfeit apology wrapped in fake tears and sweet promises. If you are feeling this intense alignment right now, pay close attention. You must hold your strong boundaries like a fortress of solid steel. You are an empath with boundaries that cannot be broken again. You cannot interrupt their divine punishment just because your heart remembers the old days. Intervening now will completely sabotage the massive wealth transfer heaven prepared for you. You have already paid your massive dues. You shed all your bitter tears in the cold dark while they laughed at your profound pain. The universe has already issued the final verdict against their toxic actions. Let the divine hammer fall exactly where it belongs. Step out of the way and let the highest cosmic justice take its absolute natural course without your interference. Every time you refuse to look back, you solidify your place in the new timeline. You are not a victim seeking cheap revenge. You are a powerful, chosen one, calmly observing the universal law of cause and effect. The energy they stole is finally returning to you, completely cleansed and multiplied 100 times over. Prepare your hands to catch the massive overflow of blessings. The fatal trap I warned you about earlier is finally revealing itself. It is the sudden and unexpected appearance of a toxic counterfeit from your past. They reach out right when your real blessing is standing at the door. Do not reply to their desperate messages. That is the final test. The universe wants to see if you have truly mastered your own reality before handing you the keys to the kingdom. They will come back wearing a mask of false humility. They will claim they have finally changed their toxic ways, but underneath that soft voice, their core frequency remains completely stagnant. They are only reaching out because they sense the massive energetic shift happening in your timeline. They want to steal your rising light one last time. You are a weapon of light, and you must fiercely guard your gates. This brings us to the profound mechanism of divine compensation. The energy they stole from you in the past was not permanently lost. Heaven simply placed it in a highly secure spiritual vault. While you were crying in the dark, your stolen light was actively accumulating massive interest in the heavenly realms. The universe operates with absolute mathematical precision when it comes to your pain. Every single time they disrespected your beautiful boundaries, the universe added another blessing to your divine account. Every tear you quietly shed became a brilliant diamond in your future crown. The scales of justice are not just balancing out today, they are violently tipping to overflow your cup. The divine realm is currently preparing a massive spiritual back pay for all your silent suffering. This is exactly why they are suddenly losing everything they thought they owned. The universe is forcefully extracting your stolen energy from their toxic hands. It is being deeply purified in the heavenly fires, and now it is flowing directly back into your restored energetic field. You are about to receive everything you lost and 100 times more. The compensation will leave you completely breathless. But to catch this massive overflow of blessings, you must aggressively expand your capacity to receive. You spent so many years shrinking yourself to fit into their tiny boxes. You minimized your bright light so they would not feel horribly insecure. That small version of you is officially dead. You must stand incredibly tall today. You must spread your spiritual wings and boldly claim your massive space. Do not let false humility block your incoming wealth. You suffered deeply in the brutal trenches of spiritual warfare. You earned every single drop of this magnificent breakthrough. When the heavy doors of abundance finally swing open, you must walk through them with total confidence. Do not look down at the floor. Keep your eyes fixed firmly on the beautiful horizon heaven has painted just for you. They will watch you ascend with bitter tears in their eyes. The people who abandoned you in the storm will desperately wish they had stayed, but they cannot survive the high frequency of your new kingdom. Your divine isolation is officially ending, but you will never tolerate low vibrational company again. You are the one who survived the storm alone, and you know exactly what your peace is worth. Listen closely to the subtle shift in the wind. The heavy spiritual warfare is completely over. The dark demons have officially retreated back into the deep shadows. The battlefield is incredibly quiet right now. This is the sacred pause right before the massive dawn breaks over your life. Heaven is commanding you to drop your heavy armor and prepare your hands for the ultimate royal harvest. The exact things they tried to destroy in you have become your greatest strengths. Your deep empathy is now a flawless radar for the truth. Your kind heart is now protected by impenetrable walls of divine fire. The painful breaking process was actually a beautiful upgrading process. The universe broke the fragile glass to reveal the indestructible diamond hiding deep inside your resilient soul. You are incredibly close to the absolute finish line. The massive spiritual vault is unlocking right now. Can you feel the intense warmth spreading through your tired body? That is the pure energy of divine compensation actively seeking you out. Do not look back at the burning bridges behind you. Let the toxic ashes fall to the ground. Your incredible future is demanding your full and undivided attention today. The mechanism of divine justice is totally flawless. You do not have to lift a single finger to avenge your broken heart. The highest cosmic order is flawlessly executing its divine mandate on your behalf. Breathe deeply into your powerful lungs. Let the absolute truth of your vindication settle into your bones. The massive wave of miracles is already forming right off the coast of your beautiful new reality. Here is the ultimate truth you have waited for. The reason heaven allowed them to strip you bare was never a punishment. It was a rigorous purification process designed to completely empty your hands. The universe had to ruthlessly remove the heavy counterfeit connections so you could catch the massive generational wealth transfer coming your way today. You survived the brutal dark night of the soul. You thought the violent wind was going to break your spirit forever. You stood alone in the freezing rain and begged for mercy. But the silence after the storm hits different when you finally realize that the violent winds were actually born from your own powerful awakening. You were the storm all along. You became the weapon you were trying to survive. Welcome to your era of quiet authority. They always thought your deep empathy was a pathetic sign of weakness. They thought they had permanently broken your spirit when they pushed you into complete isolation. But what they entirely failed to understand is that your forced solitude was actually a rigorous training ground designed to activate your dormant divine gifts. You did not break under their pressure. You powerfully evolved. Your pure presence alone now shifts the entire atmosphere. You no longer need to raise your voice to command absolute respect. Your piercing silence has become a deadly weapon that absolutely terrifies them. They can no longer manipulate a frequency they cannot even access because your aura has expanded into an impenetrable fortress of pure divine light. You are floating miles above their toxic battlefield. The war is officially over. The dry desert you walked through has suddenly burst into a massive oasis. Every closed door is currently being blown completely off its hinges. Can you feel that intense shift in your spirit right now? That is the undeniable frequency of absolute and total victory, vibrating through your bones and destroying every last remnant of your old painful programming. You are stepping into the exact royal timeline you were born to rule. You are no longer the wounded empath who begged to be understood. The brutal crucible of pain has forged you into the untouchable master of your reality. From this exact moment on, your energy demands respect without a single word being spoken. The immense divine wealth you were promised is flowing effortlessly into your brand new timeline because you finally learned how to close the door on energy vampires. Heaven is literally celebrating your massive spiritual graduation today. The angels are standing in absolute awe of your profound resilience. You walked through the blazing fire, and you did not even smell like smoke. The dark forces threw their absolute worst weapons at your tender heart, but their violent attacks only managed to polish your diamond soul to a blinding perfection. The universe is handing you the master keys right now. Every tear you cried in secret has been converted into pure spiritual currency. You are the ultimate cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. Future generations will silently thank you for the brutal battles you fought and won in the dark, because your victory today permanently shatters the chains of your family history. Your legacy is officially secured in the highest heavens. The justice you prayed for is no longer a distant dream. It is a living and breathing reality unfolding right before your eyes. The people who mocked your heart are drowning in the consequences of their own actions. You do not have to lift a finger or say a single word, because the divine cosmic order is violently balancing the heavy scales on your behalf. The pitch-black darkness has officially retreated behind you. The dawn of the new era is shining its brightest rays onto your spiritual crown. You are standing at the exact epicenter of a massive divine miracle. But this overflowing energy needs a physical anchor to stay permanently locked in your reality. Otherwise, the chaotic winds of the world might scatter your new blessings. The spiritual portal is wide open right now. Let the incredible euphoria of this moment completely wash over your soul. You are finally free from the toxic matrix of survival mode. You are entering the effortless flow of divine creation. The universe is desperately waiting for you to step forward and boldly claim your absolute power before the final gates of destiny swing shut. Do not let this incredible moment pass without acknowledging the monumental shift. Place your hand over your fiercely beating heart. Feel the powerful rhythm of a survivor who conquered the darkest shadows. The demons ran in absolute terror when they saw the light activating inside you. You are the chosen one, the rare and beautiful soul who bravely listened when the universe called your secret name in the midnight silence. Breathe out slowly and let your shoulders drop. The heavy spiritual warfare has completely ended. You are standing on entirely new ground today. The chaotic winds have finally settled. You wear the invisible crown of a true master. and the highest realms of the universe are bowing deeply to honor your incredible journey through the dark, because you survived the absolute worst without losing your pure heart. Look at how incredibly far you have come. They tried to break your spirit 1,000 times. They threw you into the deep end of the ocean, but they foolishly forgot that you were born to control the massive waves. Your gentle heart survived the absolute worst of human betrayal, and you emerged from that fiery furnace with a beautiful soul made of pure gold, ready to claim your divine inheritance today. Let them wander in the dark matrix they created. Their toxic games cannot touch your high frequency anymore. You are permanently removed from their karmic cycle of endless suffering. Your new timeline is filled with effortless abundance and divine peace. The massive doors of true prosperity are swinging wide open for you right now, and the universe is practically begging you to step through them without any fear. Do not shrink yourself ever again. Do not apologize for the blinding light that you constantly radiate. The world desperately needs the unique healing frequency that you carry. You are the powerful cycle breaker who permanently changed the ultimate destiny of your entire bloodline. And heaven is immensely proud of the quiet strength you showed during the brutal test, because you refused to become dark like your enemies. This incredible breakthrough requires a firm physical anchor. You must lock this divine frequency into your daily reality today. If you leave this sacred space without sealing the powerful energy, the old doubts might try to creep back in. You must make a conscious choice to completely claim your royal position. The painful time for hiding in the dark shadows is officially over. Take a moment to make a silent vow to your own soul. Promise yourself that you will never return to the toxic places that broke you. Promise that you will fiercely protect the beautiful peace you earned. You are a chosen one, stepping into the absolute prime of your magnificent spiritual life, and the universe is joyfully handing you the golden pen to write your next beautiful chapter exactly how you want it. Hit the like button to activate the flow of divine favor. Subscribe to the channel right now to anchor yourself at the highest vibrational frequency. This is not just a simple click on a digital screen. It is a powerful declaration to the universe that you are fully ready to receive your massive blessings, and you are establishing a permanent divine energy station in your life. If this fiery message has reignited the faith inside you, do not keep this great blessing to yourself. There is a broken soul out there, bleeding in the dark of despair today. They are desperately needing a guiding light to survive their own violent storm. Share this powerful message with them right now. Sowing the seed of pure hope today is multiplying the divine blessing for yourself tomorrow. The dawn of your new era is shining its brightest rays onto your crown. To lock in this glorious frequency and create an absolute shield of protection, you must act now. Type the word Amen down in the comments to permanently seal this reality. Let your written words become the final heavy lock on the dark gates of your painful past, securing your ultimate victory forever. No weapon formed against your pure soul will ever prosper again. The divine cosmic order is standing firm guard at the borders of your new kingdom. You can finally rest your tired mind and sleep peacefully through the silent night. The massive spiritual debts owed to you are being paid in full by the universe, and your beautiful cup is running over with absolute divine grace and endless mercy. Walk forward today with your head held incredibly high. Let the toxic ashes of your painful past fall away far behind you. You are a radiant being of pure light and undeniable spiritual power. The universe will continue to aggressively clear every single obstacle out of your glorious path. You are unconditionally loved by the highest realms of heaven, and your beautiful soul is entirely safe from harm. Remember this specific moment when the miracles start pouring in rapidly. Remember the quiet authority you feel vibrating in your chest right now. When the unexpected financial blessings arrive soon, you will know exactly why they finally came. When true divine love finally knocks on your door, you will boldly receive it without any fear, because you know you are entirely worthy of the absolute best. The Supreme Spiritual Court is officially adjourned for the day. The final victorious verdict has been permanently etched into the eternal stars. You are completely free to fly as high as your beautiful spirit desires. Stay fiercely protected in the warm divine light. Keep shining your brilliant healing rays into the darkest corners of this world. You are the chosen one. Your reign of peace begins right now.